Yo, what is good everyone? DB Zoom back at you with a brand new video. For today guys, we will be talking about two new characters coming to Dragon Ball Legends, which is Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. This Goku is actually the first Goku we see with his original logo and not the Whi's logo. So this Goku right here is from the Goku Black arc, and this Vegeta, I know a lot of you kept on saying this looks like Blue Evolution, but it's really not. It's actually just the Vegeta from the Zamasu arc. We've had this Vegeta before, but it was the LF version. So this time he's really normal. We're going to be breaking down, guys, really quick, what we can expect from these units, color units, what colors they'll be, their stats, what their abilities are, and good stuff like that, and the release date. So really quick, let's start off with the release date. The release date for this scan, it pretty much just says July. It doesn't say, but usually that's when it happens, when prior to the V-Jump scan that we get, like this one, usually 2 weeks right after we get a banner with these specific characters. So expect it around early July. Okay, that's the release date. For these two characters, unique abilities. So obviously I can't read Japanese, but a lot of people have already things like Gorash and stuff like that. So basically, let's start off with this Goku, right? This Goku is going to be a strike orientated unit, right? So as you guys can see here through his stats, he's pretty much mainly based on strike attack, and his unique ability is actually quite interesting because it could be very beneficial for God Ki, depending on what color he is, but we'll talk about that in just a bit. So for his unique ability, it's a switch in, switch out unique ability. So what that means is kind of like, let's just say example, like Whis or Beerus, whenever they switch in, they buff their characters or their allies, or vice versa. It's not very quite sure what it is yet, but whenever he gets switched in, maybe it's him that gets buffed, or I think it might be the enemies actually. So whenever your enemies switch in and switch out, he gets buffed like that. So he's based off the switch in, switch outs unique abilities. Obviously that's only a portion of what he can do. So, and he's obviously a strike based unit, as opposed to Vegeta. He's a blast based unit. Blast units aren't really I mean, not really, because Zamasu is a blast unit, but they're not really in the meta versus how good a strike unit is. It's just not when you're very blast orientated. For Vegeta, his unique ability is basically whenever he dies, he also buffs his whole allies. So usually you would want this guy to go first if somebody would Rising Rush. And then I don't know how much he would buff his allies. I don't know how much he would buff maybe even God Ki or even Vegeta family, to be honest with you. So I'm actually really curious how that's going to turn out. And as for tags, this Goku obviously is God Ki. You can probably also fit him into Sun family, some Saiyans teams with the Zenkai Goku and get stuff like that. And for the Vegeta, it's basically vice versa. It's God Ki and Vegeta family and get stuff like that. So like I said, the release date is early July. And for their colors, guys, really quick. So for their colors, let me pull up something for you really fast to explain to you guys, okay? So here we have all the characters with the God Ki tag, right? So these characters all have the God Ki tag, right? So we just released, Dragon Ball Legends just released a second year anniversary with two God Ki characters, which is obviously Vegeta Blue, as you can see here, and as well as fused Zamasu. So one of them is purple, obviously, and one of them is blue. So I don't think it's going to be any of these colors right here, right? I don't think it's going to be any of these colors. So there's only three colors left, which is green, red, and yellow. I'm going to start off with the most obvious, which is yellow. I think they're really lacking in the yellow department, just because they only have this Vegeta right here is very outdated, right? I mean, he's pretty much irrelevant. The Super Saiyan base God form Vegeta, the yellow one, and then the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. He's still really solid. He really is, but he's a little bit lackluster at this point. So, and we also have the X Beerus, which pretty much no one uses. So there's a good opportunity for that. And another really good color I think specifically they should go for is green. And the reason being why, there's only 3 green units here, right, guys? There's obviously 2 really great green units, but I'll explain why I think it might be green. So we have the LF Vegeta, and we have the LF Beerus, and then we have the X Zamasu that no one really uses, right? Unless it's like a bench unit or something like that. So even as a bench unit, I wouldn't use them. But yeah, guys, so what's wrong with this picture here? These two characters LF Vegeta and LF Beers are extremely hard to get, especially LF Beers, for free-to-play players, right? So for free-to-play players, if you don't have if you're running a God Key team and you don't have a LF green unit, then you're pretty much done. You're pretty much done. You don't have a green unit because it's a 0.25% chance to pull a green unit. So I think this is a great time for them to sneak in a free-to-play sparking green unit for God Key, because they don't have a free-to-play sparking green unit for God Key, right? They only have Zamasu right here, which is an X unit that no one uses. So there's green. A lot of people didn't mention green, but I think this is a very good guess of what it might be for green specifically. And for red, I don't think they really need red because Rose is very, very optimal, right? And even if you have X Whis, he's very optimal as well. None of them are LF units. You also have the God Goku here, but this God Goku is he's a very good bench unit. You don't want to bring him in. You just really want to keep him in the bench. He buffs your health basically at 6 stars by 19%, and then your critical plus 20%. So this is what you're looking for a bench unit, guys. Make sure you have him in your bench because Super Saiyan God Shallot is coming out. And then we also have the original Zamasu, which definitely is not something you really want, even though he's still kind of an annoying unit if somebody brings him in. But yeah, and purple, obviously they're stacked with purple. They have Fusion Zamasu, they have Super Saiyan Goku, and they have Super Saiyan this Vegeta also, which is amazing. So these 3 units are great. And for blue, they're good too. They got this obviously Vegeta Blue. They got this Super Saiyan transforming to Super Saiyan God Vegeta, and as well as the OG Super Saiyan Blue with the Whis gear Goku, which is actually still running really strong. So my guess for this specifically is either green or yellow, potentially red. That's my guess for that. Okay. And is there anything else here in the scan? In the bottom, it just pretty much shows like a team build for you guys to team build, something like that. And that pretty much wraps up this video, to be honest, guys, because there's not much to dissect here. Besides just the fact that Vegeta is definitely going to be a blast unit. Goku is going to be a strike unit. And this Goku is the first unit with the actual Super Saiyan Blue original gi that he has instead of the Whis gis. The Whis gi and the Whis gis. That's funny. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap up the video. And this comes out early July, so expect that. And I'll catch you guys on the reset for the next video tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.